Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so rocking to be back with all of you. Woo, you guys are the best. I gotta say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came up to yesterday's video. We had horoscopes for this upcoming week. If you didn't see that, you gotta go check that out. I give a psychic snapshot overview of every day for the week and individual horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. That's right, all 12. So you want to get a little private reading, definitely go see that video, okay? Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. I tell you, I've been having such an awesome day. I was at the office earlier and did readings, and now I'm home. And, you know, as many of you may remember, on Sunday I did my video about the trip to Washington, D.C., where I bought these beautiful art prints. These are Picassos, and I'm so excited because I just bought some frames. I just ordered some. They should be here this week. I'm going to frame these and put them up in my house. I'm so excited. You know, while I was going through some of my old prints and stuff, because I'm into Picasso these days, I found this old picture. Isn't this great? This is one of my favorite Picasso pieces. This is called The Old Guitarist. This is one of his classics. This came out of his Picasso's Blue period. And this picture has always haunted me. It's like when I see the old guitarist, it's like you can feel the age in his bones. You can feel his heart. It's kind of a somber picture, but a deep and pensive one as well. Anyways, I'm into this modern art. I'm just a Picasso freak. I love it. So we're going to have more on that very soon. But I'm so glad you guys are here. And today we're going to do messages from the spirit world. Oh, also, before we get into that, a lot of you have been writing asking about my books. Yes, you can buy my books. They're still in print. This is my one, Messages from Rose, which talks about my work as a medium with my spirit guide Rose. And this one is my book, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. And this talks about my work as a Wiccan. You can get both of these over at my website, link below at www.robert-hickman.com. So definitely pop over and pick those up. And, you know, a lot of you have been writing to me saying, Psychic Bob, how do I get on your schedule for a private reading? Well, what you want to do is send me an email, okay? Write to me at my official email, which is readings@robert-hickman.com, and we'll get back to you and we'll get you on the schedule for a private reading, okay? Now, I fill up pretty quickly on my schedule, but we've still got a few slots this week, so we might be able to get you in. So definitely send me your requests, and we'll get back to you. And you'll have, one of my scheduling coordinators will call you and we'll get you on the schedule, okay? You guys are the best. I am so happy. Well, we're going to get into the letters today. But before we do that, let's just take a moment and attune to the spirit world. Okay, I hear my spirit guide Fletcher back here. All right, our first letter today is from Selena Stewart. Hi, Selena. Selena writes this, Hi, Bob. Can you tell me when you see me moving into a real home? Hi, Selena. You know, I know what it's like to be in between homes and not really feel settled. So I do feel for you. It looks like it's going to be August of 2018. You got a little ways yet, but I see the wait being worth it because once we get to August, looks like things around you are settled more financially, and you'll be in a place that you'll be able to move with a lot more ease. And I see you getting a really nice home. It's interesting. I don't know if you're looking for a townhome, but I keep getting an end unit, and it looks like it's a townhome. Really spacious, very comfortable, very nice, but it'll be around August of 2018, okay? Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Our next letter is from Charmin Freeman. Hello, Charmin. Charmin's a longtime viewer here. Charmin writes, says, Dear Bob, will my health get any better or worse this year or stay the same? I have MS, multiple sclerosis. Also, is multiple sclerosis connected with psychic ability? Hi, Sherman. You know, it's interesting. When I step into your vibration, I get a lot of green light around you. I get 2 shades of green. I get a rich, vibrant emerald green, and I get a soft pink, pale mint green. This is the color of healing. And I actually see you're actually improving. I don't see a relapse. I don't see you getting worse this year. In fact, I think the doctors are going to be surprised, because as we get into around July and August of this year, I feel like there's a burst of energy around you. That mint green light means that you're ready to live. You have a lot of life energy in you. And, you know, I believe we can really heal ourselves. Now, you know, what it takes, though, is every day I want you to visualize around you emerald green light and soft, pale mint green light. Feel those colors. You might even want to, you know, color them in a crayon or cut out some fabric and have that around you, because that green stimulates the heart chakra, which in turn stimulates healing in the immune system. And I can tell you that the heart chakra is where all power of healing resides. And, you know, I've actually had people come to me in private readings who have been literally at death's door. And it's funny, because when I sit down and read for them, I see them healing. And I'll say, well, I don't see you dying. They said, oh, well, the doctor says I'm really bad off. I said, well, they might say that, but I don't see it. And I'll tell you, they always turn it around. And, you know, I'll be honest, I don't see you totally not having MS. It's going to be with you. But I don't see you going into a, you know, a horrific state of paralyzation and being ill and weak. I feel that this will be a condition that you're going to have to manage. But I do see you coming through this and living a long life and being a productive member of the community. So you've got a lot of work to do. Now, your other question is multiple sclerosis connected with psychic ability? Actually, psychic ability deals with the soul. That's part of your soul contract. And I do believe you're very psychic. Now, what's interesting is old souls tend to be psychic, but old souls also take on intense and heavy charts for their growth. And you taking on MS, believe it or not, was part of your chart. I know that doesn't sound like something you would choose. You'd say, I didn't choose this. But on a soul level, you chose it to test yourself, to learn power, to learn compassion. And by the example that you set, by showing that you have joy in your life, but you're attuned to spirit, people will be inspired by your example. And I don't think you have any realization how many lives you've been touching. People see you and they know your struggle and they say, oh my God, Sherman Freeman is an amazing person. They go through all this and they still have love. So as you keep love in your heart, you keep attuned to the spirit, you're going to be a light to many. So on your soul chart, you see, you have a very strong psychic theme and a spirituality theme. And both of those are helping you to enliven and enlighten people and to bring healing to others. You're also teaching people in your family about compassion and gratitude. Because see, many of us, and myself included, I'm guilty of it, we take for granted our health sometimes. We just think, oh, you know, I get up and just do what I want. But when that ability is taken away from us, then we realize, wow, we shouldn't take it for granted. And I don't think you're somebody who takes it for granted. I think you appreciate every day. And I think you set a wonderful example for everybody around you. So remember this, you are called to be the light, and you be the light. You're going to bring a lot of blessings. So in terms of your question, I'll tell you, I actually see improvement of your health this year, not a decrease, okay? Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Our next letter is from Nicole. Hello, Nicole. And Nicole writes, she says, hi, Bob. I'm confused as to what spirit guides to call on for what problems. What does the spirit world have to say to me? All my best to you. Blessed be, Nicole. You know, I have to tell you, Nicole, when I move into your frequency, I'm getting spirits literally swirling around you. I feel like you're drawing into your sphere some new guides. I get a girl around you. She's dressed in kind of Victorian clothes, long kind of white dress, real pretty girl. Her name is Lydia. She's one of your spirit people, and she's around you. And Lydia says that she comes in to help you with depression, to help you with emotional issues, anxiety, depression. And she's going to be working with you. So I want you to call upon the name of Lydia, okay? I also get Archangel Michael around you. He's a protector. And he's going to be with you a lot. It looks like you're going to be doing some travel this year. And so remember to call on Michael. I keep seeing some crisscrossing of the country here. It looks like there's a connection in California and also, I believe, in Florida as well, and Washington, D.C. And so you will be traveling. Michael's going to be with you on travel. Fletcher's back here, and he said Rose is also going to help you as well. It looks like you're opening up your heart now. You're entering into a new time of socializing, mixing, and mingling. And so Rose is going to help you on the social front. So you've got Lydia, Archangel Michael, and Rose, and they're all going to be working with you, okay? Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. Blessings to you. Okay. Our next letter is from Pandora. Hi, Pandora. Pandora writes, Dear Psychic Bob, I'm in a bad place right now. Do you see any good things happening to me by the end of this year? Anything good enough to make me want to go on? I'm so tired with my life, and it's nothing new. Please be honest with me. Thank you, Pandora. You know, Pandora, when I step into your frequency, I'm getting beautiful light around you. I'm getting some white light, some silver light, some yellow light. These are powerful lights. White light's all about new beginnings, new transitions. And I feel like as we go through this year, particularly as we get closer to September, there's a real sense of a new opening here. I feel there may come some work opportunities around you. You may have a job coming in. Now, what's interesting, it feels like it may be a part-time offer, but it goes to full-time. So just because it starts part-time, don't dismiss it. But I see some transition here around you. Silver is always good because it means money. It also means contentment in life. And I feel that there's also a lot of learning here around you. You've got yellow light, which talks about issues around education. And I feel like the spirit world is calling you to go back and to study. You have a lot of creative energy here. And I feel like that you're not drawing from that. And so if you want to have joy in your life, you need to create. One of your life themes, interestingly, is an artist theme. And I feel like this creativity could come in many forms. Like it could be studying graphic arts or website development, advertising, design, graphics like that. But you want to be doing something that's creative. That's where your power is. Now, I do pick up here you're struggling with some depression as well. And, you know, I always say God made doctors too. So I think it might be worth your time to work with your doctor on depression. I don't see you actually being a chronic long-term depression person. I feel you're in a temporary depression. And I really feel as we get to the fall, that also is going to start to improve. But I would like you to work with the doctor on that. But you want to be open to change. I think that this year is quite a number of changes. And for you, change actually would not be stressful. It would be healing. So you're ready to embrace your artistic side. And I feel like focusing on that, doing education, really where it's at for you. And once we get into September timeframe, it's like there's the veil of lifted off of you, a much lighter energy, okay? So I do want you to be open to this schooling. I want you to be open to transition and work, and also be open to healing, okay? I keep hearing an angel talking to me. It's Archangel Raphael, and I want you to call on him and ask him to help you, okay? Because he said that you feel very alone right now and that you're having a lot of fears. And he says he comes to alleviate the fears and bring joy. Looks like some new friends are coming into your life as well. And I do see a new beginning. Be patient with this because you've got some work to do. But I really think by September, you really start to see the progress. So this summer is about self-discovery. It's about learning to love yourself. It's about working with your doctor to bring balance emotionally. And as we get into that fall, you're really moving forward, okay? Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Okay. Our next letter, Daisy in Alabama. Daisy writes and says, hello, Psychic Bob. My grandson Troy is having panic attacks. He has dreams and he has been having nightmares and dreams and is afraid of the dark. Is it possible for you to contact his higher self to ask if there's anything I can do to assist him and relieve some of his pain? During a recent attack, I tried to calm him and he was screaming. I asked him if he was seeing something, and his response was, yes, but it's not real. I did find out that day we had a small earthquake. Could he be hypersensitive to that? Thank you for your help, Daisy. You know, you've got actually 3 different things that's going on here that I pick up around him. One of the things that's happening is, well, first of all, he's very psychic, and he's opening to his past lives. His night terrors are, and his fear of the dark comes from his former life. He died in Auschwitz in World War II. He was one of the concentration camp people. And every night they'd lock him in their barracks, and it was like no light allowed. It was dark, and it was hard to breathe, and people were just exhausted. So he remembers on a soul level at night, it's like when he goes to bed, it's like he feels like he's being locked into that kind of wooden cage that they kept them in. And it brings back a lot of trauma. I feel that he's going to outgrow that part of it. Usually as kids get a little older, they lose that connection with the past life. So there's not a lot you can do with that, but let him know, you know, I would say definitely reassure him that you're with him, that he's safe, and that he's safe in this life, and really emphasize the word this life. You don't have to get into reincarnation with him, because he said down here further, which I didn't read it all because it's a long letter, but about his family, you know, being opposed to spiritual things. They're not going to understand that. So for right now, just keep reaffirming you're safe and in this life. On a soul level, he'll understand that he's in this life, and that will help disconnect him from that former life, okay? I have to tell you, I also get around him seeing shadow people. I do feel that's not a hallucination. I feel that upon waking, he's also very psychic, and I do feel that he is a natural medium as well. So he's hypersensitive. His nervous system is kind of in hyperdrive, and this is opening all his psychic senses, and that along with that comes that past life memory. You mentioned about the earthquake as well. Now, interestingly, a lot of paranormal investigators have found, and this does seem to be very consistent in the evidence, that homes situated near fault lines have a higher degree of paranormal activity. So if he isn't experiencing visions like a haunting, it's not necessarily hallucinatory. It's that the energy from the fault areas tend to overstimulate some people's nervous system. And when you kick the nervous system into higher gear, it kicks in the psychic senses. So I do believe that that earthquake is a factor as well. And I do believe it's affecting his nervous system. One of the other things I think what you should do with him is I want you to put a bowl of salt near his bed. If he asks what it is, just say it's an air freshener. You don't have to give him the whole excuse, because his family, as you mentioned, may not be open to that. So just put some salt by his bed. What salt does is it grounds down excessive energy in a room, and it will help him sleep better. If you can't do that, you might also want to get him a salt lamp. You can buy these crystal lamps. They're literally giant Himalayan salt crystals, and they're hollow and they have a bulb inside. They're beautiful, beautiful lamps. I would recommend that. Now, that's a wonderful way you can give him a present, and he will have the influence of the salt all the time. and his family won't be any the wiser. So that would probably actually be the best way, because if he goes back home, they may not let him keep the salt by his bed in a bowl, but they would let him have a salt lamp, I bet. So see if you can get him a salt lamp. I think that will help him as well. If he starts asking you questions, this is, I'm seeing people, they're shadow people. Don't terrify him. I'll be honest, I feel they are earthbound souls. But just tell him, say, oh, God sends angels to everybody. Just keep it light, because he's really not, I don't feel, at the age where he's ready to process all this. So just say, call upon your angels, because, when you have earthbound souls, Spirit World will send angels and guides to bring them over. Okay? He has around him also a young boy. Looks like he's from Victorian England. I hear the name Jack or Jackie. He's a young boy. He goes, my name's Jack. He's a lad, Scottish. Londoner, East End Londoner, Cockney. Tell him Jackie is his friend and will help him. Say, if you get scared, call on Jackie. And he'll say, who's Jackie? Say, he's a little boy. And tell him that you talk to Jackie all the time. And Jackie's a friend. And that Jackie is friends with everybody. Ask him to call on Jackie and say, Jackie, get these people out of my way. And this spirit guide will actually intercede on his behalf, okay? So that's what's going on. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. But you got it. I'm glad you're there. I'm glad you're a spiritually aware person, because he is having spiritual experiences, okay? But he's going to come through it, okay? All right. Thank you for writing. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Oh my gosh, guys. Well, listen, that is all the time Psychic Bob has for readings and letters today. I love you guys. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Tomorrow is Wednesday. And that's Wiccan Wednesday. And we're going to do some magic at the Pan altar. We're going to illuminate that altar. So you want to be here for that, okay? You guys are the best. I love you. I send you my hugs, my blessings. We'll see you back here tomorrow. You guys are the best. And we'll see you here. But until then, may you always blessed be.